In 1991, the United States Department of Energy launched one of the most unusual projects in government history. At a cost of more than $1 million, they assembled a team of linguists, anthropologists, and scientists. Their mission? To design a universal warning symbol, one that could transcend culture, language, and even time itself. The reason was simple and terrifying. They needed to mark nuclear waste sites in a way that humans, thousands of years into the future, could still understand. The problem was clear. Our languages, our alphabets, even our warning signs might not survive the erosion of time, but radiation would. So how do you warn people 10,000 years from now about a danger they cannot see? The idea was chilling and thought-provoking. If we are trying to send messages into the distant future, what if other civilizations from other worlds have already done the same? Could symbols etched in stone, carved into landscapes, or encoded into mysterious objects actually be messages left behind for us? And if so, have we already received them? Arecibo Observatory, Puerto Rico, November 16, 1974. On this day, a team of scientists involved in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI, pointed the most powerful radio telescope on Earth at a cluster of stars more than 25,000 light-years away. Their goal was audacious: to send a message into the cosmos in the hope that someone or something might be listening. The transmission, known as the Arecibo message, was encoded in binary code, simple strings of ones and zeros. Why binary? Because, as the scientists explained, it was the simplest system possible. Any civilization capable of receiving the message, they argued, should understand it. And what was inside? Numbers from 1 to 10, the atomic numbers of the elements essential to life: hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus. A visual representation of DNA, the figure of a human, a map of our solar system, and finally the image of the radio telescope itself. To many, it was a bold attempt at interstellar communication. But others wondered, if we are trying to speak to the cosmos, could the cosmos already be speaking back? Hampshire, England, August 2001. In a farmer's field beside the Chilbolton Radio Observatory, two unusual crop formations appeared overnight. At first glance, they seemed like the countless crop circles that had already been reported across England for decades. But these were different. From the ground, they appeared meaningless. But from the air, something astonishing came into view. One formation depicted a face. The other looked eerily familiar. It bore a striking resemblance to the Arecibo message sent nearly 27 years earlier. The layout was nearly identical. Numbers, DNA, planetary system, figure of a being. But there were differences. The human figure had been replaced by a small-bodied, large-headed figure resembling descriptions of so-called gray aliens. The DNA sequence was altered, and the planetary system, not our own. To many, it looked like a reply. But if so, who had sent it? And why here in an English field? Skeptics quickly dismissed it as an elaborate hoax, but others asked, could any group of pranksters have encoded such detail, such precision, overnight, without being seen? And more importantly, if it was a message, what was it trying to say? Throughout human history, symbols have been our way of transmitting meaning across generations. From the cave paintings of Europe to the petroglyphs of the American Southwest, humanity has left countless images etched into stone. But what if not all of them are human? In September 2004, just 11 miles from the infamous Roswell crash site, a hunter named Robert Ridge stumbled across a strange triangular stone. On its surface was an intricate design, circles and crescents, not etched into the rock, but protruding from it. Later dubbed the Roswell Rock, it displayed magnetic properties and matched a crop circle design that had appeared in England in 1996. Coincidence? Or was it evidence of a connection across time and space? To some, the rock was an elaborate hoax. To others, it was proof of a universal language, one that spanned continents, decades, and perhaps even worlds. Fredericksburg, Virginia, 1752. George Washington, at just 20 years old, was initiated into the Freemasons, a secretive society that counted among its members Benjamin Franklin, John Hancock, and Paul Revere. Freemasonry has always been shrouded in mystery, particularly its use of symbols: the square and compass, the all-seeing eye, the unfinished pyramid. These symbols are embedded in America's founding documents, its monuments, even its currency. But why? According to some historians, the Freemasons were fascinated with the idea of ancient wisdom, knowledge handed down from civilizations long gone. But others suggest something more. Could these symbols have been inspired not just by Egypt, not just by Greece, but by contact with beings from beyond? And if so, did the founding fathers design a nation under the watchful eye, not just of God, but of something else? Across the globe, sacred sites appear to be connected in ways that defy explanation. From Easter Island in the Pacific, to Machu Picchu in Peru, to the ancient ruins of Mohenjo-Daro in Pakistan, researchers have noticed a curious pattern. These sites, separated by oceans and continents, appear to align along a single great circle around the Earth. Even more astonishing, many ancient monuments align with the stars themselves. The Great Pyramids of Giza are aligned perfectly with the belt stars of Orion. So too is Teotihuacan in Mexico, the Hopi villages of Arizona, and the Thornborough Henges in England. Was this coincidence or evidence of a shared blueprint? A message encoded into the very landscape of our world? Stone. To most, it is lifeless, inert. But to ancient cultures, it was something more. The Olmec heads of Central America, some weighing 50 tons, carved with impossible precision. The Abu Simbel statues of Egypt, aligned with the sun so that twice a year, light illuminates the gods within. The massive stone spheres of Costa Rica, perfectly rounded, scattered across the jungle. Why did ancient people go to such lengths to create these monoliths? Some researchers suggest they were not mere art or religion, but technology, conductors of energy, data storage devices, transmitters of cosmic power. Could stone itself have been used as a universal medium, a way to preserve and transmit information across millennia? And if so, who taught our ancestors how to do it? Alaska. Beneath its frozen wilderness, rumors persist of something extraordinary. In 1995, declassified CIA documents revealed that Mount Hayes had been the focus of a top-secret project known as Stargate. Remote viewers, psychic spies, reported seeing an underground base beneath the mountain, a base they claimed not built by humans. Even more shocking, seismic scans in the 1990s suggested the existence of a vast pyramid buried near Mount Denali, larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. Was this a natural formation, or was it an ancient power plant, still pulsing with energy beneath the Alaskan wilderness? To skeptics, these claims are fantasy, but to believers, they point to a global cover-up, one designed to keep humanity from knowing the truth, that we are not alone and never have been. From crop circles to carved stones, from secret societies to sacred alignments, from ancient temples to modern government files, the evidence seems to point in one direction, that across time and across cultures, humanity has been receiving and perhaps sending messages in a universal language, a language of numbers, of symbols, of stone. Are these coincidences, human imagination, or fragments of a vast cosmic dialogue stretching across time, space, and civilizations? If we are indeed being spoken to, the question is no longer if we are alone. The question is, will we ever learn to understand the message?